Richard Dawkins, in his book The Illusion of God, divides people into 7 spectra according to their belief or their probability of God existence, starting with strong faith in God and ending with the atheist. But does it make sense to adopt these divisions in this way? This is the first time I have started sharing my English content on this channel, and this is a Homoro channel. Richard Dawkins divides human beliefs about God into a spectrum of probabilities and says the spectrum continuous, but it can be represented by the following 7 milestones along the way. So according to Dawkins, the first person 100% believe in God existence. The second person very high probability but short of 100%. The third person higher than 50% but not very high. And the fourth person exactly 50%, completely impartial agnostic. The fifth person lower than 50% but not very low. And the sixth person very low probability but short of 0. And we have the last person, strong atheist, who says I know there is no God. Dawkins choose only these 7 milestones from the broad spectrum between 100 and 0%. However, in my personal opinion, which I'm going to prove, Dawkins only got 3 categories right and he got 4 wrong, if we are only talking about his 7 spectrum. So the right categories will be the first section, fully believes in God, and the fourth section, the agnostic 50%, and the last one, totally atheist. Only these 3 categories are right. Maybe you are wondering why these 3 only. What about the other beliefs between them? Let me tell you something. All these beliefs which are less than 100% and more than 0 in these categories are agnostic. All, yes, all. I want you to catch these 2 comments. The first comment, for example, when you see somebody who doesn't believe in God and at the same times he performs some Christian rituals, that never makes him Christian or weak Christian. No matter what he does, he's still an agnostic, because we are talking about inner beliefs and inner unbelief. It doesn't matter which rituals and worship that attracts him. And the opposite is true. When you see a Christian who believes in God but doesn't obey his religion and doesn't worship, his lack of compliance doesn't change his conviction that God is 100% exists. So we have to distinguish between a person's action and his inner faith, because it's 2 different things. Comment number 2. Imagine this example. If you have a Christian or Muslim or Jewish friend says I believe in God but I'm not quite sure, means his faith is less than 100%, so you have to tell him that you are an agnostic. If you hear these things, I'm not sure, I don't know, be sure that's exactly the agnosticism. Otherwise he has to be a believer 100% to avoid agnosticism. So Richard Dawkins' assumption in his book The Illusion of God, that there are ratios of beliefs from 0 to 50% and ratios between 50 to 100, have other designation aren't true. All those proportions categorized under agnosticism, same to number 4 of Dawkins spectrum. Yes, there is an agnostic who come close to believe in God or existence of God, or close to be a believer in creator, but in this stage he's still an agnostic. In addition to that, there is a weak agnostic and strong agnostic. So the spectrum of beliefs would be 100% believers and 0% atheists, and all categories between them are agnostics. Some people try to say that agnosticism or many agnostics are atheists, and this is a common mistake and suspicions always occurs here. This is not everything I want to say here, so let's talk again. Bye.